Hello, hello. How are you? Are you living in your head or your heart? Today, I'm going to help you discover three powerful ways to live in your heart. You know, when you're living in your heart, you're living in ease and grace and happiness. When you're living up here in your head, you're overthinking, you're self doubting, you're questioning every single thing, right? So, where are you? Are you living in your head or are you living in your heart? Drop below today if you're ready to live in your heart. Drop the word heart or hello. Heart or a heart emoji. So, hi, my name is Brenda Kiss, and I've helped thousands of women reduce their anxiety, overwhelm, and self doubt to live a life of happiness, joy, and confidence by reconnecting you back to your heart. That's right. So, if you are second guessing yourself, and if you're living in the world of shoulds, you're living up here. I know this because that's where I lived for many, many years. I lived in the world of shoulds. I should it all over myself. Drop down should if you should all over yourself, right? I should it all over myself. It's so much so with my food, I was questioning everything. You know, should I eat this? Should I eat this? Should I diet? Should I not diet? What should I do around my food? I was second guessing every single choice that I had. It got so bad that I even second guessed. I was so much in my head, so disconnected from my heart that my sons would wake up and come down to the hallway and look at me. And as their mom, I didn't know if I should say hello or hi. And that's how much I was disconnected from my heart, disconnected from living in happiness and joy and confidence, right? That I was stuck in my head in overdrive, overthinking, over processing, what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, what ifs, should. Drop below should if you live in the world of shoulds where you're second guessing everything and you're putting your thoughts into the world and you're overthinking everything and every process, every looking at every category and how you can categorize things. You know, so when you're living up there in the head, things are challenging, you know, frustrating, overwhelming, anxiety, because you're not living from this place of your heart, your soul. So there's three powerful ways that you get to live from your heart. Let me see if there's any comments. Drop below, say hello, happy to be here. There's three powerful ways to live in your heart. And the first way is to become present. If you are overthinking and living in the world of shoulds, then you are not living in the present moment. And if you're not living in the present moment, you can't feel your way into things. You can't hear or see or acknowledge what your heart wants because you're so much up here and you're thinking and you're doing, right? So becoming present is about getting still, about being mindful, about noticing your surrounding, noticing the things, what makes you feel good, what makes you feel excited. And I remember having a conversation with my kids a few years ago, and they're like, "Mommy, what do you like to do for fun?" And I was like, "Fun? Who has time for fun in their life?" Right? I didn't say that to them, but that's what I was thinking. And it was such an eye-opening conversation because your heart, we are meant to live here having fun and joy and being happy, right? But we get so stuck up in the head that there's all these things that we have to get done. We have our to-do list and we got to get this and check all these things off in order to be happy, in order to feel, what's the word? Worthy, right? But as you allow yourself to become present, to sit into the moment, to feel your way through life versus thinking of all the things that should, would, or could get done versus what is it that I feel? And so when they asked me what I like to do for fun, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so caught up in the head and the thinking through life. I don't know. I didn't know what I like to do for fun or what I was even feeling rather than not even notice what I'm feeling. So becoming present, you know, being mindful, being aware, tuning into what's going on in your body. Allow your body to talk to you. Your body's your biggest messenger. And if your body is feeling off, that means your thinking is off, because your body reacts to your thinking and your emotions. So one powerful way to live from your heart is to become present. Two is to be open to receiving. So many people out there are thinking and wanting and desiring these wonderful things in life, and yet they're blocked off from receiving. So if you are someone that wants to be nurtured and cared for and loved, and yet you have walls up and you aren't willing to nurture and care and love yourself, guess what? You block yourself off from receiving that into your life. So opening yourself up to receiving, opening yourself up to allowing good to come into your life. And you do that by recognizing different parts of you, different areas in your life that you block off from receiving. And part of my program that I teach women, we talk a lot about the masculine and feminine. And the feminine's all about receiving, and women want their men to help them and to care for them. However, they're not, because they're not open to having someone care for them. So if you want to live from your heart, it's your job to open up to receive, open up to allow things to come in, open up to the things that you want. Look at the stories, look at the things that you share with yourself, your beliefs that you have around receiving, and identify them so that you can work on switching them so that you can be open to receive, so that you can live in your heart. And last but not least, but definitely a powerful one, is to create trust through forgiveness, right? Most people put up walls or blocks or resistance into creating what they want because they have things, people, and places to forgive, to let go of, to heal. And when you're holding on to hurts from the past, or anger from the past, or guilt, that's a big one, right? Guilt or grief, you actually stop yourself from living from your heart. You put layers on top of your heart, so it stops it from allowing it to be open to live from your heart. So begin to trust yourself through forgiveness. Make a list of people, places, and things that you want to forgive. Or maybe you're not even ready to want to forgive, but you acknowledge that forgiveness is something that you get to do. Whether you do it now or not isn't your choice, but begin making a list of people, places, and things that you want to forgive so that you can open up to trusting. Maybe people have hurt you in the past, or physically, emotionally, or mentally, and you've closed yourself off. And so now it's your turn, your time to open up your heart, to open up to who you are through forgiveness. And it doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Forgiveness is something that is consistently worked on in order to continue to live in your heart. So opening yourself up through creating trust by forgiving yourself, forgiving others, people, places, and things is a powerful way to live from your heart. There's a great prayer called the Ho'oponopono prayer. I've shared it many times, but I encourage you to look it up and see how it can support you as well. Forgiveness to me is many layers deep. It's not one simple process. I actually spend weeks in my program helping people to forgive, to put down the walls so that you're open to forgive. So these are the powerful ways to live in your heart. And I'm really excited. Drop below. I have a special announcement, but I'm really excited. Drop below with a heart emoji or the word heart if you are ready to live from your heart. And when you live from your heart, you're living from excitement, from joy, of passion, of confidence, of love and connection. And you're not living from overwhelm, stress, or anxieties, self-doubt, or negative thinking, because you have this knowingness within inside you, because your heart is guiding you. So drop a heart below if you are ready to live from your heart. I would love to see that. And I have a special guest coming in tomorrow, Michelle. She's talking about heart center therapy, and she's going to share with you a powerful way to live from your heart. She's joining us tomorrow evening, 7:30. Let me just double check that time. I'm pretty sure it's 7:30 Eastern time. It is 7:30 Eastern time. There is a registration link. I'll drop it in the comments, but there's also a post as well to join us. So hope this helps you. Go out, drop a heart below if you're ready to live in your heart. And I'll see you next Wednesday, if not before, for our next conversation. Love you. Bye.